Okay, we're close to the front. Okay, these are open shoulders, we've opened to the front. Okay, most important thing in a back handspring is you want to open. Okay, the reason for that is because if you're closed, when you try to throw across your body, your back hand, everything's going to shift back, and you're not going to be as strong. Okay, here your back hand, when this gets into a body position, when they're squatting, once this goes, they're able to push through their leg to help this hand get up faster. Okay, so really important there. So what's going to happen with the bases? You notice they do this little underarm swing, getting timer for the top girl. When they attack, they're reaching for the shoulder. This hand is reaching for the hips. Okay, that's the midsection is where you want to control. What's going to happen here is they're going to stay low, but their front hand's going to get up as quick as possible. We're trying to get the shoulders off the ground quick. Now at this point, you want to think about pushing through the back hand. And the easy way to tell, and later we'll talk about it in co-ed, and the easy way to think about this is to do this effectively is that your hands should meet locked at the top. Okay? It shouldn't get this hand straight and then this hand straight. This hand should get up here and then they both extend and meet at the top at the same time. Same thing if you watch the next time they do it. Same thing with their elbow. Concentrate. If their front hand and back arm are locking at the top at the same time, pay attention to their back arm and their knees. If they get to this point here, when they stand, their elbows and their knees should lock at the same time when they push. Okay, that's being effective, getting off the ground quickly. Okay, and from this point, once they've released here, they've released at this point, they'll quarter turn. This will develop from slight behind, so they're going to have to reach to the slight back shoulder to grab the foot and absorb by bending the legs. Okay, Jocelyn. This is the scariest position of all in back handspring ups. Okay, you have someone who's catapulting themselves backwards, and you're expected to go forwards and meet them. Okay, especially when you're first learning these, you're probably most scared of the shins, of the knees that get kicked in the face. Okay, so the important thing here is you've got to understand the timing. We'll talk about that in just a second. The important thing for Jocelyn, when it goes, as they underarm swing, Jocelyn's going to be aggressive to go reach out. Notice how she squats at her hips, but keeping her shoulders up. That way, when she makes contact, her elbows bend, she's going to get slightly lower, try to think about keeping her arms parallel with the ground, and now she's controlling the hips to keep the hips over the bases. At this point, same thing. She's going to think about locking elbows and knees out at the same time by pushing through her thumbs. Okay, standing up as fast as possible to push through her thumbs. If you're not, most times what happens here is the back spot, is it comes in, they grab, they get to this point, and they put it over their shoulder, they try to stand, and then they push. Okay? Which makes everything slower for the bases. Okay? So key here, looking for is once you bend, once your arms get parallel to the ground, think about locking elbows and knees out at the same time, almost like you're jumping. Okay? You'll see almost the exact similar technique from co-ed when they do back handspring up. Okay? Now, pregnant. Okay? And you'll laugh when I say this, but you'll be surprised the amount of people that think this. In order to do a back handspring up, you need to have a back handspring. Okay? You'd be surprised the amount of people that don't have a back handspring that think, oh, well, people are grabbing me in the middle of it, so I can do this skill. Okay? You have to be able to do a good back handspring. Okay? It doesn't have to be a great back handspring, but you need to be able to hold weight on your hands jumping backwards. Okay? That's the most important thing. Now, also, the natural reaction when people first start doing this is if something's coming at you, if you're falling, especially towards your face, your natural reaction is to kind of curl and protect yourself. Okay, so something simple I would do with your tops, have them put their arms, both hands right here, straight hands, and put your hand right here and tell them you want them to go through their hands, go up to a touchdown. Through their hands, up to a touchdown. That's what I'm looking for. Can we use fingers? Not okay, that's what I'm looking for is that she goes. Sometimes what happens is you watch, they'll get to this, and they'll bend their elbows to get back to this. If they're doing that, guess what's going to happen when someone touches them? They're going to bend their elbows because that's natural for them. So you got to get them used to going through, even if they can't get all the way through. Okay, if they can't go all the way, I'm looking for the elbows to stay straight. Okay, that way they understand if somebody does when they go, flip their hands, they're not going to bend into that fetal position and land on their head. Okay, so that's really important for your tops to understand. Okay, first thing you start doing with the back handspring up is you want to figure out distance. Okay, distance is key. Okay, so what's going to happen? Okay, so what they're going to do is they're going to let her just do a back handspring. They're going to see where hands are going. They get time, they understand where hands are going. That way they have an idea, okay, Reagan started right here, her hands landed right here, okay, I'm not gonna set this up way back here or way up here, okay? So we understand her distance of her back handspring. Everyone tumbles differently. Some people are long, some people are short. Some people up and arch, some people sit and push through their toes, okay? You wanna understand what your top girl does, okay? So they've worked this out with her so they understand. Next thing you're gonna do, once you're comfortable with this, we're gonna do a back handspring timer. So many people do timers wrong, okay? And before I have them go, I'll talk about what is wrong in timers. A lot of people do timers that make contact, and when it comes off the ground, they lift it up here, and then they set her down. That's not a good timer, okay? Because think about when you do a back handspring up, when it goes, you're not going up here and pushing. You're going here and you're pushing. So their timer, when they go, this is just gonna roll up the shoulders, okay? Roll up the shoulders is all we're gonna go. So we'll show a timer here. We're bringing a straight body. They reach, it rolls up the shoulders, okay? That way we get the timing of when the skill's gonna go. That's the position they throw from. They don't throw from this position, okay? They throw from this position, okay? They want to feel on this timer, the most important thing that they feel is on their back hand, okay? Their back hand, when they make contact and starts to come off the ground, is they feel a rock. They feel a rock where her body starts like a teeter-totter. It starts to go over the hips, okay? That's what they're looking for, okay? Then also with going with your back spots, okay? Where's the perfect place to catch? Midsection is what you want to control, is the hips, okay? Most people, I tell people, spot for the shorts, okay? Get in that area of the shorts, you're probably good, okay? And here's the reason why. If I tell Jocelyn to go, just try to pick her up off the ground, however you want, okay? She's gonna pick her up off the ground, she's grabbing her shorts, put her back in the hands. That's pretty impressive, yes. Now, grab up by her knees, pick her up off the ground. Okay? Okay, go ahead and put her down. Okay? All right. So, what I mean by that is the higher they are, the less strength they have, okay? So you want them to be able to be at the hips where they feel like they can control and take body weight, okay? Regardless of the size of your top girl, if she's 90 pounds, 100 pounds, 120 pounds, she's still weight, regardless of her size. She's still weight. And now we're taking weight and we're moving it where it becomes the weight increases, okay? So we have to think about that. So when they do the back handspring up, Jocelyn's spotting for midsection around thighs. The lower you get, the more, it's like the teeter-totter, like we just talked about. Think about you have your teeter-totter here. The lower you get on her legs, like towards her knees, is more like a teeter-totter doing this. Okay, it's the same thing. We'll show it to you again from the side. Big push, backhand, push through the hand, you drive to the top. Okay, questions there? Okay, a couple technique things and things that I like to look for in top girls. An easy way to understand how their body is going to react to the back handspring is to have them do a back handspring, tell them to think jumping backwards to a handstand and fall to a push-up position. Watch their hips. Let's do it to the side. Okay, watch their hips. When they land, if she can stay straight, she understands what it takes to do the back. Okay, she understands the push part of when they make contact. She's not going to break. Okay, but when they do a back handspring, you do a bad one and then let your hips drop to the ground. Okay, if she gets to this one, lets her hips drop to the ground, guess what? She's not going to be successful in the back handspring. Okay, because one, when her hips drop like that, she's going to become tremendously heavy on the back hand, okay? And what's going to happen is they're going to get their front hand up here, and their back hand's actually going to sink, okay? And now we've put the toes behind, okay? Last thing to look for, let me do just the timer again. Yeah. Okay, last thing to look for, this develops slightly behind. If you watch the toes, they're going to get over Jocelyn, okay? It's Jocelyn's job is to make sure that we control the hips to stand up quickly, to control the hips, to keep them over the twins. If we keep the hips over the twins, the feet will come down straight, okay? If we let this rock back, the feet are gonna continue to come here, which is in turn gonna make this develop from behind Jocelyn, okay? And so that's when you get your back spots, you're turning to look, trying to catch. Very common in co-ed, okay? Very common, all right? Questions on handspring up? All girl? Okay, move on.